We will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days.
Nicole, we gotta go!
Okay! I honestly don't want to talk about it. I already cried. Oh, there. I already cried like 3 times, and you know what? We've all cried. We've cried, we've laughed. I don't even laugh. We have to go home, so just in case Nicole didn't break the news to you guys, we have to have it. We are going home. Have no fear. Your vlog's gonna be pretty good and funny, honestly. It's gonna be like, yay, fun, and then it's gonna just shut off. Yep. Hey guys, so this video is pretty insane. I didn't think I was gonna be filming this video. Of course, I did not think I was gonna be going on my trip with the plans of filming this video, but here I am. I am back home, so I am not even in my apartment. Up at school, you guys know this room. I am back home now, but I'm going to lead you through everything that got me to this point because it's pretty crazy. Me and Gabby decided to go out Wednesday night, which you saw in the first vlog. So if you haven't seen the first vlog, definitely go check that out because it makes a lot more sense. It kind of ends exactly where this one picks up. So we were out, and around 1 a.m. Amsterdam time, we got the call from our parents. My parents were calling me, basically saying, you need to come home right now. Trump is on TV saying that he is banning all travel from Europe. All travel is being banned. You need to come home right now. So of course, we were out. We had no idea what was going on. So I went inside to the bar, like we were at a bar, and I went inside and told Gabby, we need to go. And she was like, what? Like, why do you want to leave this bar? Like, this bar is so much fun. Like, we had met these awesome guys from London that we were hanging out with. And she was like, I don't get it. Like, why do you want to leave this bar? And I was like, no, like, we need to go to the hotel. And she was like, huh? Like, why would we do that? Like, what are you talking about? And I was like, we need to go home. Like, we need to go to America. Like, we need to go home. And she kind of just went into, like, a complete shock. Like, she was like, what are you talking about? And I basically kind of lightly explained, Trump is posing all travel from Europe, we need to leave. So of course immediately we started getting our stuff together, trying to get back to our hotel. We finally get back to our hotel probably around 1:45 to probably 1:45 in the morning. And we just start throwing everything in our suitcases. Of course, we have our parents on the phone. They're freaking out. They're panicking. Trump is still doing his address, basically saying that if you're not home by Friday, you're not coming home type thing. And he was being very vague about it. So I did go back and watch the address that he made. And he did make it seem that all travel from Europe was banned as of Friday, and of course now it's Thursday because it's like 1 in the morning Thursday time in Amsterdam, but in America it was still Wednesday night because it was 5 hours behind. We are just throwing everything in our suitcases, not even thinking about it. Of course, I'm going to be honest, we were not the most sober. I mean, we were out, we had no idea this was going to happen, so we're throwing everything together. We finally get our bags packed and everything, and we are probably out the door around 2 a.m. 2:15 a.m. maybe even 2:30. I don't know, somewhere near that time. But we get into an Uber, which we really didn't even want to do. We wanted to take the train. We didn't really want to do Uber because Uber is like not that popular over in Europe. So we weren't going to do Uber, but the issue was trains and metros and buses only run until 1 a.m. And at this point, like I said, it's like 2:30. So we could only take night buses, but night buses didn't go to the airport. So we had to take an Uber. So we get in this Uber, we get to the airport around 2:45, 3-ish in the morning, and now our parents are trying to book us our flights home. I was getting very frustrated because we were trying to book these flights home, but the flights weren't until 7 in the morning. So in my head, I was like, why am I sitting on the airport floor right now at 3 in the morning if we're not leaving for another 4 hours? Like, I was just very frustrated. Of course, I was very upset that we had to leave. I know it's what we had to do, but in the moment, it was very stressful, very, you know, overwhelming. It was just a lot. As anyone, I think, could agree, it was a lot. So thankfully, our parents were able to get us on a flight at 7 a.m. That was like the first flight out. We waited, we had to check our bags, you know, do all of that kind of stuff. We were flying from Amsterdam to London and from London home, which was always our route. That was always the way that we were going to get home. That's the way that we got to Amsterdam. We landed in London, then went to Amsterdam. So that was always the way that we were going. And our normal flight, like the flight that we were supposed to leave at, was on Friday. So we were now leaving Thursday morning, but we were supposed to leave Friday. Same route though. We were on Friday morning. We were going from Amsterdam to London, London home. That was always the way that we were getting home. We finally get on the first flight, get to London, you know, from London, get on our plane. Everything was totally fine. There was really no chaos happening. And once I landed in London, that was when a lot of people started texting me to see like what was going on. People were texting me the night of as well, but not really as much as they were that next morning, because that's when everyone started hearing about this whole address. But that is when we found out that Trump's address was very vague. Basically, there was a lot more detail that came out later on that would have been very necessary to us. Trump was issuing a travel ban from Europe starting Friday, but the UK was exempt. So if you were flying to America from the United Kingdom, London, you were fine. You could get home. Everything was totally, not even home. You could get to America from London. The second pointer was that US citizens were also able to come home, no issue, back to America. So we had both of those things going for us. We were flying from the UK and we are American citizens. So we would have had really no issue getting home Friday, like when we were supposed to. Of course, it's probably better off that we got out early, but those two major factors were missing in his original address that could have caused, or could have, you know, calmed down the panic a lot. It could have made everyone a lot more calm in the process of what was going on, but we did not know that until the next day. Also, the night that it happened, and I'm about to go see Gabby in like 10 minutes after I film this, we're going to grab lunch. So I'll have her kind of tell her point of view in a second, but it was very interesting because for me, I was frustrated and I was angry. Like, it was hitting me more that we were leaving and we didn't get to, you know, finish our trip. Like, it was very upsetting to me in that way. Like, I was more mad and frustrated and just upset. Gabby was more scared. She was terrified because remember, our parents are on the phone with us. They're panicking, so them panicking is causing us to panic. So she was really upset because she was scared, and I was really upset because I was mad. So we were on two different ends of the spectrum.
Hi guys. Okay, so basically I'm just gonna tell you really quick my idea of how rushing home went. Is that what you said?
Awful. It was awful. Yes.
I called my mom. I guess I called her for reassurance. Like, I don't know. And she's like, hi, yeah, you need to get back to the hotel and pack as fast as you can and get to the airport. And I started bawling, crying. Mind you, though, we were drinking. Nikki and I are super opposite, like, all the time. So it's either like I'll forget about something and she'll be super calm, or like she'll be freaking out about something and I'll be super calm. And this was definitely, I was freaking out, she was super calm. You know, I feel like for me, it was just immediately you think of, when you hear travel ban, you think of, okay, you're not gonna see your family, you're not gonna see your dog, you're not gonna get back like to work and like your everyday thing. So like, I guess all of that emotion just like rushed in really quick. I was fine once we got back to the hotel, and
And that's when I got mad.
Yeah, and then Nikki started getting mad. Yeah, then the emotion slipped, and I was super calm from there on out. I was basically just I was basically just rolling with the punches. Our parents are calling us. Yeah, you were getting mad to the point where your mom was like, I can't even talk to you, let me talk to Gabby.
Well, I also had to talk to your aunt because you were freaking out.
Yes, oh yeah. So all my family members were calling me. I had my mom, I'm guessing my mom had already contacted my dad, but whatever. I had my sister, my cousin, who I'm also very close with, and my aunt, who I'm very close with. And they're telling me to calm down, blah, blah, blah. And I could not, like the hyperventilation.
Yeah.
I like hyperventilating. We were also walking very fast to a car that was very far. Like so far. And I think I was also getting worked up because we weren't getting to the car. We got home, which we are grateful for.
Yeah.
For our moms and everybody pulling through, but kind of sucks. We're quarantining together.
We got gypped.
Another memory that we could add to our friendship because I don't think this has happened to anybody else.
I will. Kids.
Whenever my kids want to go away, I'm gonna be like, listen,
Yep.
me and Auntie Nicole.
We got 7
Yeah, we got.
So sit down.
All right, that's it. 5 minutes. Bye.
But fast forward again, we land from London to Orlando, and of course, everyone was kind of curious of what the whole screening process was gonna be. Like, okay, so you land from a different country, what's gonna happen? Like, I figured that our temperatures would be checked, like that's what I thought was gonna happen. But we landed from London, we went, customs in the airport that I landed in. They're right next, like the US citizen customs and like the out of country not citizen customs are right next to each other. So you can see everything that's going on, on both ends. I walked up, the guy said, how are you doing? I was like, I'm doing great. Like, I'm just super, super tired. I was like, it's been a really long night, day. I was like, I don't even know what time it is. And he was like, oh, were you partying? And I said, a little bit. And he laughed and gave me my passport and I went about my day. So that was my customs experience. Got my bag, went through, and that was it. I did not get any type of screening. I did not get my temperature checked. No one asked me any questions about where I was, how long I was there for, what I was doing, if I felt sick, and nothing. So interesting. Like I said, we did land on a Thursday. We didn't land on the Friday, like when the ban was actually taking place. So maybe starting Friday, things got more serious, but for me, none of that happened. So that is pretty much the story of what happened. It was extremely stressful and crazy and, chaos. Our friends from London were extremely helpful because we didn't have service. Like when we were trying to look things up and figure out what to do, we had no service on our phones. Like we could only have service if we had Wi-Fi. So they were so sweet. They were letting us use their phones. One of them even looked at me and was like, do you know why your friend's crying? And I was like, no, I don't really know why. It's something that obviously I'll remember forever, not for like a good reason. Like it's not like one of those memories that's like, oh my God, I'll never forget. It's like, I will literally never forget that. I'm happy to be home safe and sound, but hopefully one day I can go back to Amsterdam. I absolutely loved it while I was there. There was a lot that we were planning on doing Friday. So the Friday that, we missed out on because we had to leave our trip early. We were gonna go to Anne Frank House. We were gonna go see the Red Light District, and we had my birthday dinner that night as well. We were gonna go get like souvenir shopping. We didn't get any souvenirs, unfortunately. So of course I'm happy to be home safe, but it does suck to have to leave your trip early. There were a couple people that we met in the airport that they were leaving their trip early as well, so we were talking to them about that. And some people just really thought, okay, what's going on, we need to get home. I wish that we would have known the full extent of Trump's address before we panicked and left, because like I said, UK was exempt, which this is what I don't understand about that. So the UK, I'm pretty sure the UK is on travel ban now. Like he changed it since we left, but when he first announced it and the UK was exempt, what doesn't make any sense to me about that is if you're anywhere in Europe, you can fly to London and then fly to America. So I didn't really understand why he exempted the UK. Like it made no sense to me. I mean, like I said, I'm 99.9% positive he's changed that now. Like now the UK is on the ban as well, but it just didn't really make any sense to me. Like I said, my original travel plans were to go from Amsterdam to London home anyway. So it just didn't make any sense to me why he was like, no, UK, if you're flying from UK, you're fine. But that is pretty much the whole story, guys. That's why we had to leave our trip early, why there's only one vlog and not two, but there still is one more Amsterdam video coming, so stay tuned. I'm probably gonna upload it I'm probably gonna upload it next week, so stay tuned for next week. I'm gonna upload that. Obviously, I'm home, so when you hear like chaos, if I'm trying to film, that's why.
Honey, I gotta go.
Okay.
Okay, Dean. This one likes me. She don't want me to leave.
I love being home. I will be posting a lot more content, like I said, so subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss anything throughout this whole quarantine situation. I will be posting a lot because what else am I gonna do? If you've ever been to Amsterdam and there are some things that are your favorite, then comment them down below. Or if you've never been, comment where you would want to travel after all of this is over. Of course, stay safe, guys. Wash your hands. That's pretty much it. Wash your hands. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up just because, just to, you know, share the love. And I will see you guys super soon. Definitely this week again, because I have nothing else to do. I'm posting a lot on TikTok, so if you have a TikTok, it's just at Nikki Cortland on TikTok. I've been posting so much on TikTok, so definitely go check me out on there as well. And you know, my Instagram is at Nikki Cortland if you want to see Amsterdam pictures, birthday photos, all that kind of stuff. And I will see you guys later on this week with another video. I love you guys. Bye.